indefinite war in pursuit of an unidentified notion of total victory will not bring Israel and will only bog down Israel and Gaza.
Well, the Wilmington Wonder, once again, inspiring confidence coast to coast. Well, maybe not. For good reason, Democrats are petrified. And no matter what they do to Trump, he seems to just get stronger and stronger. So the only option left is take him off the ballot completely. That's what the socialists in Washington state are trying to do on grounds that he's a convicted felon. Seattle attorney David Vogel told the Seattle Times, "I have clients lined up who are going to be all over pursuing a ballot challenge in this case." Joining us now is RNC co-chair Lara Trump. Lara, what's your plan to beat back this and other such efforts?
Well, I mean, I think you're right, Laura. The assessment that everything they're trying to do to Donald Trump is basically backfiring on them and only making him stronger, only galvanizing support behind him is spot on. And that's exactly what we've seen. But this law in particular that they're attempting to use here seems to only apply to local and state elections. Of course, we know when it comes to Donald Trump, whether or not a law actually legally applies really doesn't matter to the Democrats. Just ask Alvin Bragg and Letitia James. They'll tell you all you need to know about that. But they've already tried this tactic in states like Colorado, where they attempted to use a similar law. And the Supreme Court said unanimously, you can't do it. These are completely undemocratic measures that they are attempting to use. I suspect, though, they are in full panic mode because they have an incumbent president who is attempting to run again with a 36% approval rating. We have never seen someone reelected, Laura, with an approval rating that low. And just last month, we had a poll out of Washington state that Donald Trump was actually up 1 point, if you can believe it, on Joe Biden in deep blue Washington state. So, yeah, you guys can try out there all of these tactics that you want. They will be struck down. They will be slapped down. Donald Trump will be our nominee for the Republican Party. And any attempt like this will continue to galvanize more support behind him.
Well, the stories we were seeing, things are really getting close in Virginia, which, of course, has been a tough state for Republicans. In New York State, within 7 points. Now, it's usually double-digit blowout for the Democrats. This is what you guys are doing with the minority vote and outreach really is working. It's driving them nuts and forcing them to spend a lot of money. When can we expect you all, especially with your huge fundraising haul that you just got in May, I think $141 million, crazy amount of money. When will you go to Chicago? And can we expect you in Denver and LA?
We will be in Chicago. We will be in Detroit. We will be in Atlanta. We will be in Philly. We are going to do exactly what Donald Trump is the best at, which is be his authentic self and actually reach out to people. And quite frankly, Laura, it's kind of astonishing that prior to Donald Trump, you really haven't seen Republicans go in these areas except back to like Reagan. And think about what happened with that. You saw New York flip and turn red under Ronald Reagan. And so we are going to continue to do this. And I think it is really the authenticity that Donald Trump brings alongside of the fact that people can actually remember back to when he was president and how different their life was. So we're going to continue to do this. Donald Trump will continue to show up everywhere. And I think the Democrats are going to realize very quickly, if they haven't already, that keeping Donald Trump stuck in New York was maybe the worst thing they possibly could have done, because it has shown that when he reaches out, people respond, and he is going to get a massive, massive vote from people all across this country on November 5th.
Lara, thank you so much. Good to see you tonight, as always.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.